We are in Livermore. We are at the center of the brain behind the nuclear weapons complex in the entire world. Every nuclear weapon in the U.S. arsenal was created and designed by an employee of the University of California, either at this lab right here across the street or its sister lab in Los Alamos. So being here today and saying no to nuclear weapons is doing it in the brain, in the heartland, at the center of the complex. And, we're here to foreclose on the bomb as well. Millions of Americans across the country are losing their houses, and there's little support from the government. But what there is support for is nuclear weapons. Over the next, the government is scheduled to spend $180 billion over the next decade. $180 billion to complex new facilities and modify and replace every nuclear weapon in today's arsenal. And one of the programs they have is called life extension programs, and I think it's really ironic that there's universal health care for our nuclear bombs, but many of us here together don't even have access to health care. So we're here today to demand that our humanity speaks louder than our quest for warfare. And we're also here today to remember all those who have died, who have lost loved ones, who have been injured. There was the actual bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and all those people who have died, and it's an honor to have that living memory with us and have Takashi speak and bring that to us. But there's hundreds and thousands of other voices who aren't heard, from the mining to the designing to the testing to the actual use of nuclear weapons. And we're gathered here today in Livermore because over 1 million curies of airborne radiation have been released from this facility. Now that's roughly equivalent to the amount that was deposited in the U.S. atomic bombing of Hiroshima. But it's a totally different beast because it's constantly coming out in low-dose radiation, and people are constantly, our bodies are being attacked by that. And the National Academy of Science released a report on ionizing radiation and found that there is no safe dose. Any amount of radiation can cause biological damage. And in their most recent report, what to me as a mother really stood out was that the most vulnerable population is our little girls.